In the ever-evolving geopolitical landscape, many ask, does Israel have nuclear weapons? Will there be a nuclear war? How bad will it be? Will Iran and Israel curb their voracious appetite to finish Middle East? Should Israelis and Iranians prepare bomb shelters? Will the Israel-Iran conflict look like World War III? Jerusalem and Tehran are nearly 1,000 miles apart. And Israel and Iran have fought a clandestine war across the Middle East for years. Israel, often referred to as a Middle Eastern military powerhouse, ranks fourth in overall military strength. However, the extent of Israel's nuclear arsenal still remains shrouded in secrecy, with estimates varying from 80 to 200 warheads. Tel Aviv managed to assemble an entire underground nuclear arsenal, making it the world's only unacknowledged nuclear power. So, is Middle East sitting on an atomic volcano? After more than 4 decades of hostility between the archfoes, Israel for the first time came under a direct attack from Iran. Iran hurled some 1,500 kilograms of explosives directly at Israel, shattering the unwritten rules of the Israel-Iran shadow war and keeping an entire nation on edge. In retaliation, on April 19, Israel carried out a strike deep inside Iranian territory. Israel's strike was carried out against an Iranian military site located in close proximity to the Isfahan Nuclear Technology Center, which hosts nuclear research reactors, a uranium conversion plant, and a fuel production plant, among other facilities. Iran has always insisted its uranium enrichment program is only intended for the production of electricity. While the current assessment is that Iran does not possess nuclear weapons, the Islamic Republic maintains a very advanced nuclear program, allowing it to develop a nuclear weapons capability relatively rapidly. Iran has repeatedly opposed the development of weapons of mass destruction on moral and religious grounds, and it is important to highlight that Tehran's hostility towards Israel is rooted in regional politics, not religion. Since 2010, Israel has been widely linked to at least a dozen attacks involving cyber, covert operations, and assassinations on Iran's nuclear program. For decades, Iran sold oil to Israel, but Tehran broke off relations after Shah's ouster. And relations turned deadly after Israel's invasion of Lebanon in 1982. Now in 2024, the politically volatile Middle East will greatly increase the likelihood of a catastrophic nuclear war. Iran is much bigger than Israel geographically and has a population of nearly 90 million, nearly 10 times as big as Israel's. But this does not translate into greater military power. Hamas's October 7 attack dented Israel's aura of invincibility and diminished its sense of security. And then Iran's attack on April 13, 2024 made Israel ferocious. Iran has always refrained from responding directly, and the last time Tehran engaged in a tit-for-tat with Israel was in February 2018, when Israel replied to an Iranian-operated drone entering its airspace. However, this accusation was denied by Tehran. Iran's intent of attack on April 13 was not to provoke a war but only to demonstrate its willingness to attack Israel. For decades it was assumed Israel's undeclared nuclear weapons were only deployed to deter attacks, and that Iran would not dare to strike Israel directly. Since, now former U.S. President Donald Trump left the JCPOA, the Iranian regime has progressively accelerated its uranium enrichment and proved Israel's worst fears. Now these theories are being challenged, and with the escalation of hostilities, the entire region of the Middle East and the world at large is now faced with the threat of nuclear disaster. By learning from past experience, does a balanced solution to resolve the nuclear threat based on a step-by-step process still possible?